you to do something in your generation. It might look insignificant to you, but it has a generational and eternal impact in the spirit realm. Oh, what a privilege. Do you understand what it means for God, the creator of the universe, to choose you and count on you? Perhaps you've been seeing some signs and are confused about them. This video, with the help of God, will give you some clarity. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you are yet to. What are these signs? Number one, unending major hardships. Mike Murdock, in his book, The Assignment, says, whatever makes you cry is a clue to what God wants you to solve. To every suffering you are presently facing, there is a clue in them that God wants you to discover. This clue is what God wants you to solve. What makes you cry? What hurts you? What made you feel dejected? You need to look inward to discover a secret God wants to expose to you. You should also note that most of the opposition and challenges you face are to build and prepare you for greater things ahead. You may feel the whole world is against you and things are not working as planned. Whatever the problem, no matter how difficult, happens for a reason. Having to face major hardships shows you have a major calling on you. The book of 2 Corinthians 4:7.
Mom?
Need money fast? File with H&R.
An eternal glory that far outweighs them all. This is to remind and encourage you that there's a glory ahead that God has predestined for you to achieve. God has to make you go through tough moments to build momentum and enlarge your capacity. What God is calling you to do might not be for you alone, but for others to benefit from it. He is God and no one can question him. A good example is Joseph. God allowed him to go through many unpleasant situations to save the entire nation in the future. Beloved, the more intense your challenges, the more glorious your future. God's calling upon Joseph made his brothers hate him and sell him off to Egypt. The same calling led him to prison and eventually made him a prime minister. You are a chosen one and are made for greater purposes. If you are undergoing adversity, do not be discouraged. You are about to fulfill your destiny. Number two, people hate you for no reason. Do you wonder why people just dislike you without any apparent reason? There's nothing you do that looks sensible to them. They never appreciate you, even when you try to be good to them. Even when you overlook their negative attitudes towards you, they never seem to care much about you. They're ready to shun your good ideas. Be calm. All these happen to you because you are a chosen one. One of the signs that shows you have a call upon you is when people disdain you and will do anything to shut you up. Don't be intimidated and dejected. They are against you because they see in you the greatness they wish they had. There is something wonderful and peculiar about you that they seem envious of. Rather than celebrating you, they feel offended. You don't have to be concerned about such people. Fix your gaze on what God will make of you. Discover what God wants you to do and then go for it to fulfill your purpose. What men think of you does not matter. As long as God is on your side, you are a majority and can be sure of his awesome company. Jesus says to his disciples in John 15:19, if you belong to the world, it would love you as its own. As it is, you do not belong to the world, but I have chosen you out of the world. That is why the world hates you. Know that people will hate you because God has chosen you. If people around you constantly conspire against you without cause, it is a good sign that you are specially chosen. There is a divine mandate upon your life. Number three, you are a good and cheerful giver. Do you love giving to people unconditionally? Do you love to attend to other people's needs without expecting anything in return? It is a great sign that you have been chosen. When you give out to others, even at the expense of your own needs, there's a greater calling on you. You may not know this, but it is true. That you have this giving habit means a lot. Not everyone can give, especially when it's convenient. But even the worst case scenario, you are so giving your substance eventually in the age. Any of these shows you are destined for something more. It shows you have been selected for something greater. It is an attribute that sets you apart to be used by God. That little boy from the Bible who had 2 fishes and 5 loaves of bread. He was destined and chosen to be present for the miracle Jesus was about to perform. What would have happened if he had not released them for Jesus? 5,000 men would have gone hungry and perished in the wilderness. But thank goodness he was a cheerful giver and realized his calling. The little boy realized he had been chosen to help Jesus feed those multitudes of men. Your wanting to contribute to the betterment of others tells a lot about you. It is a sign that you have been chosen by God to help someone out there. It might be a ministry struggling financially or people desperately in need. This is to encourage you to keep doing good and be a blessing to others. That is what you are called to do. That is who you are. You have a special ministry upon you and you have been chosen. If you find fulfillment in giving to others, helping them, and making them happy, allow yourself to be used by God, and he will bless you in return. Number 4, you have an inner knowing. Do you have this sense of knowing that you are made for more? You just know within yourself that you are extraordinary. You have these positive feelings about yourself that there is a mandate upon your life. You have this good perception about yourself that you can't explain. Are you watching this video right now and something in you is confirming this? I am happy to tell you that you are a chosen one. It might be a constant feeling that you're not made to be around the chicks. You feel like an eagle that is ready to soar. You feel uncomfortable living an ordinary life. You want more in life, and you can't just stand still. Sometimes you have this great urge to leave your comfort zone. You want to explore and go beyond. Beloved, all these are signs that you have a call upon you. Jesus was just 12 years old when he knew he was not meant to be a carpenter. He knew God had called him for a greater purpose. He had a deeper sense too strong within him that wouldn't let him stand still. That's why he had to go to Jerusalem and start teaching the scholars while simultaneously asking them questions. His earthly parents, Joseph and Mary, having missed his whereabouts, had to search for him for days. When they saw him, they were so worried that they asked him, "Son, why have you treated us like this? Your father and I have been anxiously searching for you." When Jesus responded, he said, "Why were you searching for me? Didn't you know I had to be in my Father's house?" This tells us that he knew he had been chosen to fulfill a mandate. Perhaps you often feel you've got a greater purpose to fulfill. It is a clue that you are a chosen one. When you have a deep sense of being set apart for some greater works, it defines who you are and what you are meant to be. If this is you, begin to work towards being what you are called to do. Go and realize your God. Give and dream. Follow those divine instincts, and with God's guidance, you will see yourself fulfilling your purpose. Number 5, you love to be yourself. The Bible makes it clear that we are wonderfully and fearfully made. But unfortunately, not everyone lives in that reality. If you find yourself loving to be yourself and hating pretending to be someone you are not, there is a high possibility you are a chosen one. You hate living a fake life and dislike others living such a life. You hate pretense and prefer sincerity. You can't stand people who tend to imitate others or act insensitively. You are like that because you have a call on you. When authenticity becomes a part of you and you find it hard to settle for dishonesty, this is a clue you're chosen. Being yourself makes you unique and special. It sets you apart from others. It helps you to develop and turn into the very best version of yourself. It gives you the strength you need to become what you are meant to be. You can't be Peter. You can't be John. These are different entities with different personalities. There is great joy in simply being yourself. God only uses real people and not those who are fake. So if you also love doing this, you have already been chosen. Number 6, you are the black sheep. If you find yourself moving in an opposite direction to others, this is a good sign of being chosen. You may be entirely different from your siblings regarding perspective, orientation, mindset, opinions, ideas, and ways of doing things. You always feel so different from every other person. There is this sense of not belonging to the crowd. Every time, it seems you stand alone with a different ideology. This is because you are made for more. You would rather choose or create your own path than follow a path others are treading. When you behave this way, you have a greater call upon you, as you have been selected for a bigger cause.
Boom. What I recognize is that this is the perfect time. I like to kind of pop up during them hours where it's not a lot of traffic, because I like to make sure that I really hone in and focus on what it is that needs to be spoken about. I am much better with less distraction. Let me see something here. All right, so this is what we do, right? We do this. Boom. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. So I have to do this early. Got a couple things I need to make sure that I put very much so priority into work-wise. All right, so let's go ahead and get into this, right? So, boom, there we go. I want us to go ahead and talk about this one right here. So, boom. Bow, bow, bow. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's go ahead. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I wanted to make sure I had it all set up. So let me go ahead and pull this up. Oh man. Now this is crazy. All right, so I want to hear exactly from these two brothers. Let me turn my speakers up. Okay, boom. Let's go ahead and get into it. There we go. Forgive me for the delay. Definitely forgive me for that. So I want to know, what is our view on this right here? Now, this right here is something that I definitely wanted to finish tapping in on. I also have a video right after this, and I want to see exactly what we got. Let me make sure I got everything camera wise. There we go. All right. Okay. I just want to make sure everything is all set up right, you know? All right. Cool beans. Cool beans. Okay, y'all. So let's go ahead. Let's get into this video. Let's see exactly what we got going on right here. Let's tap into it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. I thank you all for tuning in.
Ocho, a husband threw away a wife's Valentine gifts that her boss got her. Let's take a look at the video, Ocho.
But where you gonna sleep tonight? I wonder where you gonna sleep tonight.
I was wondering why that was so. Let's start it over.
That her boss got her. Let's take a look at the video, Ocho.
But where you gonna sleep tonight? I wonder where you gonna sleep tonight. Where are you gonna sleep tonight? Because you're not gonna sleep here because you're not gonna be throwing my gift that I received from my boss.
Wow. Okay. I mean, you know, let's just be for real. I think in most cases, I think people would know exactly, you know, like now, this is the thing that I would want to know. All right. I guess if I was the man in that situation, the very first thing I would ask is this. Did everybody get the exact same? Like, was this just like, you know, like the whole job? Or was this like just a you and the boss moment? That would be, I believe, what would make it different. Other than that, let's keep on going. I thank you all for tuning in. The time right now is 4:31 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Let's keep on rocking out. Thank you for all watching.
No, sir. No, I don't think so. No.
You need to adjust.
No, you need to leave.
Mash.
Ocho, hold on. I'm gonna paint this picture. Hey, chat, y'all want to paint this picture? Let's just say,
Come on now.
Rail works in corporate America. She come home, balloons, a couple of gifts, flowers. Hey, Rail, where you get that from? My boss got this for me.
Again, if it's something where it's like my boss got this for me, come on now. I mean, you know, that's equivalent to saying like, you know, my guy friend got something, you know what I mean? Now, if this is something where it's Valentine's Day, it's the office, everybody got gifts. I mean, again, that would be something where it's like, okay, all right, everybody got something, cool beans. And I thank you all for tuning in. Let's keep on rocking out.
The floor is yours.
We wouldn't be together.
Oh, Joe, that could be innocent. That's innocent.
Hold on. Come on, listen. Let me take my glasses off real quick. I know I play around a lot. You know, I play around a lot. I make a lot of jokes, and there's a lot of things that I don't play about, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's how an individual that I'm dealing with, on how you move when you're attached to my name.
Okay.
I don't play them games. It's a certain side. It's a certain thing about respect.
Mm-hmm.
And if you respect me, if you know your boss gave you something at work, you ain't even bringing that home just out of respect, whether it was innocent or not. That's going in the trash.
Mm-hmm.
By the nearest gas station.
It's going in the trash. And that's just out of respect. I don't play them games.
I get him on that. Now, see, the thing is about it is this. We also have to remember, like, this is just a fact. Look, people can argue against it. They can say whatever they want. A woman is going to always receive a gesture like that different from a man. a woman will always look at a circumstance like that different from a man until it's another woman doing the same thing for that man. Now that's when the game turns. So we recognize all of the factors. We recognize all of the nuances that come into play with all of these things. All right. We get it. Now, what I'm trying to figure out is at what point are we as a collective going to just recognize that's what it is? That's what it is. You see? So let's keep on rocking out. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. I thank you all for tuning in. The time right now is 4:34 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Let's keep on watching.
And the fact, let's say if you do bring them goddamn gifts in a house where I'm probably paying the motherfucking bills, and you trying to be funny, because that's what I'm considering. I'm considering you trying to be funny.
Now, this is a man that is speaking from a more so elite state of, let's say, financial stability of life. Majority of us in households, generally speaking, in some form or fashion, both parties are contributing to the household and keeping it on its upkeep. So, that's another thing. Like, I'm only pointing that out to say that I do recognize that there are men that definitely still take care of the household totally by themselves. I do. I'm the only one who lives here. And I'm the only one who takes care of the bills here. Now, a woman that is in my life definitely adds to the contributing factors of what takes place here. Like, I'm talking about even down to just like little upgrades and stuff, she may just, I don't know, ordered a new TV. She might have, got some new decorations for the home that really, really, really puts it together. And honestly, as a man who grew up in a household and watching my mother and father, how they coordinated things, I definitely saw the factors and how all of that worked out. Now watch this. My mother actually made more than my father. But yet, when it came to like larger decisions, I did notice that it was mainly dad. Now, maybe that's just an old school way of things and how they went and how they operated. But I also noticed how my mother was such a large contributing factor to everything that kept the house running. So everything worked in tandem. There was no like anything separate from these things. So I just want to make that clear. Times are real different now, and we do have to take that into consideration. We can ignore it all we want. We can keep on trying to live in a fantasy people if we want to, but that is something that has to be taken into consideration. Let's keep rocking out.
Well, then I'm going to make it a comedy show. I'm not even going to say nothing. You want to be funny, I'm going to make it a comedy show. And that's just the way I've always been. You know right from wrong. You know about respect. You know what you should and shouldn't do. I'm not your guardian. I'm not your parents. I'm not finna scold you. I ain't gonna say nothing. I just move according to how you operate. Whatever you do, I'm doing the same too.
But I got a better question.
Talk to me now.
Whatever you do, definitely doing the same thing too. Facts.
Trying to figure out, what have you been doing at work to make your boss feel comfortable enough to buy you something,
Good point. Let's listen.
Get you flowers, to get you balloons? That's where my head is.
Yeah, wait, not even that part. But did he do it for everybody? Or did he just do it for you?
That's what I was asking for the most part in this whole thing. Like, see, that's my whole factor in this. Is it something that really was for everybody? Like, let's say, I don't know, It's Christmas. There we go. Christmas. Did he just get you a gift, a secret Santa? Was he only your secret Santa? Or was it something for the whole office? Everybody got a secret Santa. Everybody was like, oh, what'd you get? What'd I get? Okay, yep, this is what I have. Was it that, or was it something that was primarily focused on just you and him? That's generally where I guess you can say those thoughts could come into play. Now, that would be reasonable, all right? So that's not something out of the way. Let's keep going.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, you first of all, you know he ain't buying everybody no gifts. Bosses are cheap. I ain't cheap, but I damn sure ain't buying nobody no Valentine's. I ain't cheap, but you ain't getting no Valentine's.
Hey.
As a matter of fact, I ain't.
Maybe he's talking about the side pieces. If he is talking about his woman, fellas, I would tell you again, you know, it's a lot of little things that's not important to us. They're not, you know, like we don't give a shit about that, you know. But I don't know. It's just something about you do know and recognize. No, that's something that's important to her. And if it is something that's important to her and you recognize that, then yeah, generally we should move accordingly, right? Point blank, period. Let's keep going.
You telling nobody happy Valentine's. What the hell is that?
Oh, shit.
So that's what, I'm being, and Chad, I think y'all gonna back me up on this. For somebody to feel comfortable enough to get your girl, or and women, this applies to you, his boss or a co-worker, feel comfortable enough to get your man flowers, to get your man balloons, to get your man a gift.
A gift in general. And you know what else that means?
Look, we all know what generally that means. It's usually the gesture of, hey, trying to slide in, you know? And sometimes it works. Sometimes it works.
That means she's already put her boss in a comfortable position where he feels it's okay to do so.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And see, I ain't got no problem with the boss because I ain't in no relationship with the boss.
At all.
I never check a guy about somebody I'm dealing with. That's your job.
Ever.
Never. I ain't never approached no. I
got a question for you.
Yes, sir.
And I'll chat. Y'all stay with me real quick. And there's a couple of fellas in here, and it just goes back to just the thought about respect and other guys doing things and women trying to move and just. You can be honest with me. Have you ever been the side dude at any point in your life? Be honest. I mean, we family. We could talk.
I think I have.
Fellas in the chat, have you ever been the side dude?
Wow. You know something? If we really think about it, I would say only if you know for a fact that you all's relationship was open. If you have always been something who has gone into, let's say, relationships on an intentional basis, then 9 times out of 10, there could be some times you was the side nigga. I probably have, who knows? Lord knows, because of what was going through that woman's mind and how she was operating and processing things and all of that and how she went about it. Is it right? No. Should I have known better? Of course. Did I? No, probably not at that time. Do I know exactly which relationship that might have been? No, don't have a clue. Because I was in it for intentional reasons. Now, if I really get to thinking about like going back on things, maybe there's some pieces and stuff like, man, you know what? Maybe thinking about it. But nah, generally speaking, it was just a relationship that just didn't work. Like you know what I'm saying? From what I do recall when it comes to relationships in my life. Let's keep rocking out on this video.
Just be, you can be honest. You can talk to me. We family.
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm about to be 57. I'm pretty sure I have.
No, I'm saying, have you knowingly been the side dude with understanding how things work, how women lie, how women are sneaky. Just you can be honest. I mean,
yeah.
Okay.
But here's the thing.
Okay.
For me, but then I just remember, like, you know what? I just have to remove myself. Because the longer you're in a situation, Ocho, man, I mean, it's hard. It's hard. Feelings are gonna get involved. You start talking to that person, you spend time with that person, you be intimate with that person. It's hard to just keep it, okay, you got him, I got the...
Nah,
eventually somebody gonna break.
It ain't hard. It ain't hard. It ain't hard. Because why would you with a great understanding as number two, you get all the fun. You ain't got no responsibilities. You get the best version of her. Why the hell would I want to be promoted to number one and I'm living the life? He got to deal with a headache.
I don't get that though, Ocho. You know I don't get that. Women sleep with 700 guys. They want.
What kind of chicks are you dealing with, sir? I mean, I just gotta listen. See, this is the thing, man. When I hear from my sisters, when I hear from my brothers, I just be wondering, like, who the hell, who do y'all be dealing with? Who do y'all be dealing with? To the point where you be like, they be sleeping with so many people. All men are dogs. All women are hoes. Everything else. And I just be saying to myself, like, where, like what and who is your circle? But watch this. Don't you know the old saying, show me who it is that your company is and I can tell you who you are. So if we think about it, if everybody that you know is hoes and shit, I don't know. What does that say about your life in particular as a personal individual being? I don't know. Let's keep going.
Want to settle down with me? You and I asked the Lord to send me somebody. Hey, damn sure wasn't me. Hey, I'm just like the other guys.
Yeah, and that's the problem. You see how we talk? I'm just like the other guys. We don't separate ourselves. We don't put ourselves in a unique stance. I mean, okay, bet. I mean, you know, keep talking like the other guys. I ain't mad at you. Although there are certain aspects that, I mean, even me as a man, I can relate to just being a man. But as far as the ideology, nah, bro, we far different on that. And he's my elder, supposedly. Let's keep going.
I'm just dropping this package off to you, baby. Oh, no, I ain't no...
I'm just dropping this package off. So mind you, he is somebody, once again, I'm going to keep on pointing that out. He's a prominent figure. He has money. He has notoriety. He has, I guess, clout, if you want to say, whatever it is. He has all of these things going for him. How is he talking? He talking just like the same nothing ass niggas that we see in our neighborhoods. So then when men watch, when we elevate ourselves, when we actually try to get ourselves to a position of, you know what, because of my status, because of my class in life, because of my cut of cloth, I should be treated different. I should be received as a king. But when we have fellow brothers like ourselves who are very prominent, who speak in this type of manner, man, it destroys everything. And that's why it be so difficult for the everyday guy to go ahead and get his message across to whom or whatever woman or in society, period. Like, just you trying to advocate who you are as a person, it'd be so difficult for us. Why? Because, you know, we got to remember, like, let me see something here. How many? 130K, probably still rising. So there are so many people who are hearing that, looking at Ocho, laughing, everything like, yeah, no one's checking each other or nothing. Now, should they check each other? I mean, I'm not a big fan of that because everybody's grown ass adults. Whatever you say out your mouth is what you say out your mouth. I'm not about policing people. That's not my thing. Am I about pulling my brother's coattail from time to time? Absolutely. Absolutely. But I'm not about policing nobody because that will burn you out. Let's keep on going. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 4:49 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. I thank you all for watching.
Third, it ain't me. He ain't sent me to you. He sent me to drop off what those other was dropped off, and I'm up out of here.
But I'm saying that and using that analogy for better context with the whole boss thing and the comfortability and feeling comfortable enough to bring a package that someone else gave you and bring it home into a house where I'm assuming the man, pays the bills. If she's that comfortable, she already doesn't respect you. She already doesn't. And they got the nerve to say, well, when you gonna sleep?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's why I ain't never, like, after I heard my grandmother say how when she was living on somebody else's property, how those people would come by and bring 5, 6, 7 loads of clothes on Sunday after they get back from church, Ocho, and they would have to have those clothes.
Now, that's back during the days in which we would consider, right? It's during those days which we would consider that's community, right? When you didn't have as much, or maybe your family didn't have as much, but we still looked out for each other in the ways in which we can. Did we just like totally 100% averages take care of people? I'm pretty sure there's stories about it, but is that overall? No. So let's not go ahead and, take things too far. Don't turn that inch into a mile. Matter of fact, don't turn that mile into, across country. There we go. Don't turn that mile into across country. Let's keep on rocking out. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Let's rock out.
Washed. So now you got to start a fire and put those clothes in that pot to get the hot water, and you got to have those clothes ready by Monday. And they say, well, Lou, if you don't have these clothes ready, you're gonna have to move on. I said, oh no, I'm never gonna let somebody put me in that situation.
Sheesh. Hey, that's one of the worst feelings there, boy.
Nah, hell nah.
That's why that's why you always hear me when I say something that I've always mastered. I've mastered it to a T with the kind of discipline I had when it came to being great at the game of football, managing my expectations, because I was on the other side of the fence for so long. Because I was on the other side of the fence for so long, I have great understanding that it can happen to me. So when it does happen to me, it's easy for me to compartmentalize and remove myself. It's easy. Now, you, on the other hand, we think differently, but I already go into, I'm just speaking in general, I already go into situations with great understanding. Well, hell, if I was on the other side of the fence, well, who the hell am I to have the motherfucking ego and pride to think it can't happen to me?
For sure.
Oh, I'm not no fool. I ain't no goddamn dummy.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just can't believe she actually brought the gifts home and had the nerve to record it. Do you think
that in his face?
You think that was a skit or that was real?
Ain't no telling. I think the thing is for me, Ocho, hey, back in the day, if you saw a UPS in your girl phone, that was me. I was dropping off a package once a week.
Hold on, UPS?
Yeah. I was dropping off a package once a week. That's all, Ocho. That's it.
You'd be surprised what a man will do when a man is truly interested. You'd be shocked at what we will do.
That was the call, Silly.
Hey, and you know what's funny?
What can Brown do for you?
You know what's funny? I'm just for better context too. It's about you and dropping your UPS package off once a week. How long it take to deliver something?
No, not long.
We will pay for that first day air. No issues.
I'm on the clock. Hey,
man,
you see UPS? They get out of the truck, they running. FedEx, they running. As soon as they hit the seat, step on the gas, the car go. That's how I was.
And you know what?
Hey, car running. I leave my car running.
And for better context,
I want us listen. I'm playing this. Listen to the message. Now, if you live that lifestyle, I ain't got nothing to say. I mean, this ain't for you. I'm talking about those who truly do desire something substantial. When messages like this are put out, it just totally muddies the water. My goodness gracious, especially for like men who truly want to advocate for themselves. Let's keep going. And I mean, in a genuine, honest way. Not like I ain't trying to run no game, no nothing. So let's keep on doing it. Look, we got enough of the messy out here. This is going to be the channel in which we just get that different perspective. That's all. It's just a different perspective. Let's keep going. And I thank you all for watching. The time right now is 4:54 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Thank you.
that's as long as it takes.
Yeah.
That's as long as it takes.
What's that Jiffy Lube slogan? 8 or 9, 10 minutes, you get an oil change. Ain't never no piss. Hey, you been in NASCAR? You see them pit stops?
Yeah,
in
and out. Like
on the way. I'm gone.
Like I always say, the famous saying, "The game is the game, and it will always be the same." That's why you got to learn how to play it.
Yeah, Miss Yeah, don't bring that back. Don't bring that back no more. Don't bring that lady. Don't bring the packages home. Somebody give you something.
Listen,
Where'd it work?
If someone gives you a package and you bring it home, she don't respect you.
Yeah,
she don't respect you. There's certain things you just know you shouldn't be doing.
Ain't that something there? Something definitely for us to think about. I just wanted to put that out there into the ether that, like, fellas, it's all about how you control and demonstrate yourself. Point blank, period. You also will be trick bag at times. That will also happen. All of these things will be mixed factors into what takes place. And with that being said, I thank you all for tuning in. Let's go ahead and let's get to the outro. Let's do a proper outro. What's going on, Michi? How you feel, Brody? That's my buddy right there. All right, y'all. Let's go ahead and do this. And you know I love us. And with that being said, respect to you all. I'm gonna see y'all later on this evening. Respect. In God's will, that is. In God's will. I'm gonna go ahead and get a few things taken care of. Be easy. this fucking sure. Whatever. I want